to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be doing our regular weekly budget reconciliation with unstuffing the wallet, stuffing the wallet, stuffing the cash envelopes, and the saving challenges. Also in this video, I'm going to be starting over my sinking funds from scratch. I know, y'all probably like, girl, what the heck happened? We will get into what happened with that. I'm gonna let you guys know, but hey, all I know is ish happens. And if you are like me and you are having a struggle month financially, I would love to know about it in the comments. On the flip side, if you are having a great month financially, your girl could use some motivation. So I would love to know also what has been going well for you this month. Okay, y'all, so like I said, I have been having a struggle month financially for the month of April because I just have not been able to stick to my budget this month. I have not been able to track everything like I need to as far as expenses and no spends and all that stuff. You guys know this was a crazy busy month for me with birthday parties, taxes, going out of town. It's just been a lot, and this has been a struggle month for me. So looking at what happened this past week from last week, so I did pay my Wi-Fi bill, my Apple subscription, my electricity, did not go to church or Bible study. And so even with like church and Bible study, we're not doing well this month. We've missed 3 weeks in a row, 2 weeks, 2 weeks over here. Coming up for this next week, I have a couple of business bills that I'm going to be paying, as well as my best friend's birthday, and I am going to do my best to attend church this Sunday. As a matter of fact, I'm going. So I'm looking forward to putting the month of April behind me and moving forward to the month of May. Looking at the dashboard, I guess we have some highs in this month, so I am going to be completing both of my saving challenges. We're going to do that in this video. I have completed all the new products for the release. There's still a couple things for me to do, but for the most part, everything is complete for our tentative May 17th release. Got everything done on the to-do list and on the events, and then we just have one more birthday for this month. So another high of this month is that all of our bills were underneath the budgeted amount. So Apple Music was $12.67 and electricity was $96.82. So for my trip, I actually had $144 that I was spending instead of $100. I actually spent $213.
So 213 minus 144
is a negative 69. I am putting a total of $96 in my saving challenges, and we'll close out sinking funds and everything else next week. Okay, so for Paycheck 4, for our bills, we budgeted $141. I actually spent $139.65. Cash envelopes, I budgeted $135. I spent $134. Sinking funds got their due diligence. Savings challenges got $41. The extra expenses for my trip, I spent $213. And I didn't have any unbudgeted. This was overage from the trip. So 141 minus 139.65 is a positive $1.35. So 135. I saved $1 here and here, and this was the negative 69. So 69 minus 135 minus 1 equals 66.65. We are negative 66.65 this week, and so I'm going to add these numbers up.
So 139.65 plus 134 plus 72 plus 41 plus 213
is $599.65. So 59965 and minus 489. Wait, what? Did I do that right? Oh, okay, guys. So I forgot to make the changes under here. That this ended up being 144. So it's going to change that amount. And then it would change this amount to 533. So now 599.65 minus 533 is 66.65. So once again, we are at a red week. This is 4 for 4. This doesn't ever happen. So setting up my 5th and final paycheck of the month. I don't have any personal bills due this week. It's just all business bills. Cash envelopes are going to get 175. Sinking funds, because I emptied them out and I'm starting over, I'm putting a little bit more in this week. Other than the 72, I'm doing 199, and I actually have $1 left over in my cash wallet, so it'll make it 200. But I took 199 out of the paychecks. Saving challenges are going to get 28. I don't have any extra expenses this week and no unbudgeted. Although my best friend's birthday is next week, I'm projecting that we're not going to actually do anything for her birthday until next weekend, which would put me on my next paycheck. So we are at 402. And this is an additional 202 for this week. And for my weekly check-in for this week, so everything got spent except for $1 in eating out. And so I kind of had two budgets going on last week, which was my cash envelopes, which was for the few days that I was here after my trip, and then I had that $140 for the trip. So I was over like trip wise, but under or almost exact for the envelopes. So for spending, 17 minus 10 is 7. So we are gonna be over budget in spending. For gas, 50 minus 34 is 16. I think we're gonna be over in everything. Groceries, 138 minus 50 is 88. For home, 75 minus 25 is 50. Not quite everything. For eating out, I had 5, I spent 15, so I am at negative 10. And then meds, I didn't spend anything. I still have $30 left. I'm gonna be over in that. And then beauty, I didn't spend anything. I still have 180 left. So for the 5th and final week of this month, we are going to be over budget for the month of April in general. So spending, I am going to give myself 10, even though I only have 7 left. Gas, I am going to give myself 40, even though I only have 16 left. Groceries, I'm going to give myself 70. Home, I'm going to give myself 10. Eating out, I will be, I'm not giving myself anything for eating out. That's right, because I'm over budget, as well as coming back from the trips. I need to kind of detox a little bit. You know, you don't like really eat healthy and stuff when you're on trips. And so I'm like really trying to eat from home, like salads and smoothies and all that stuff. So we're not eating out this last week. So this is what the budget is looking like. We are in the red 3 categories, in the green 4 categories. And so just to kind of clarify a little bit, in case anyone gets a little confused, if you see like, well, you're in the red, so like where are you getting the money from if you're in the red? So just to clarify, I am in the red for what I budgeted. I'm not in the red for the actual money that I have, if that makes sense. So I set up my budgeted amounts for the beginning of the month for throughout the whole month. But even though I technically did not budget enough for this month, I have the money for what I need. So for example, the money that I'm gonna stuff into my envelopes this week, like I said, spending is in the red. I'm giving myself $10. All that money came out of my paycheck. So I'm in the red for what I budgeted, but I'm not in the red for my actual money, if that makes sense. So now I'm gonna go ahead and complete my expense tracker. I don't have all of the dates and everything because, as you guys know, I was out of town for like half of the week, and I just kind of fell off with tracking it, you know, in detail like I have for the previous parts of the month. But I am gonna fill in that I did spend out of my wallet. And I'm just gonna flip to my weekly check-in over here just to get these numbers. So, and next week I'm gonna track the remainder of my expenses on the back. So I just flip to the back and I have another page. Okay, y'all, so in the April challenge, we're gonna go ahead and complete the last 3 bubbles, the 8, the 6, and the 4. This is the last Friday in the month of April. So we need to go ahead and get that complete. So we will put a check mark next to 8 and 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we'll go ahead and do 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And 6. And that will be 5 and 6. So we are done with the month of April. And let's see here. And I'm looking forward to it because this wasn't the best month for me. So I'm looking forward to moving on. I'm gonna go ahead and put my May card here at the front so that it is ready. And we'll flip to the back of the binder where I have all my other cards that I've completed and add April to it. So in the challenge, we have 100, 150, 170, 190, 200, 210, 215, 220, 225, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, $240. For the rose gold binder, we just have 1 bubble left to fill in or to color in, and that's going to be the number 10. I'm going to take this out, flip to April, and pull out a 10. So we have 10, 20, 30, 35, and 36. And I'm going to go ahead and color in the 10. I started leaving the card out just to give it time to fully dry before I put it back in the binder. Okay guys, so along the video you will realize that I actually forgot to do this. I went like straight to the sinking funds, and so there's like money left over when you get to the sinking funds part. So I had to, you know, get a little creative here. So let's go ahead and stuff our wallet. So spending is going to get a 10. Gas is going to get 45. So 45. I'm telling y'all, my mind is like, I'm discombobulated over here. Groceries will get 70. And home is getting 10. I have $1 in eating out that I'm going to add that probably to car maintenance, and then meds will get 40. I am out of allergy medicine. I need to get some because my allergies are kicking my behind. I look like I have the pink eye, and that is going to be it. I'm gonna empty out my coins. I only kept 1 receipt. I spent more money than that, but that's all I have. I'm gonna scan it into Fetch Rewards, And that is going to be it. And just wanted to show you guys the May kits if you have not picked yours up yet. All of my stickers, all of my new stickers, you guys know we're doing the big size in Happy Planner. We're doing the 8.5 by 11 size in Erin Condren, and then we're doing the classic Happy Planner. All those stickers will be available tentatively May 17th. They should be ready May 17th. So this is the June Pink Lemonade kit. This is the kit that I'm going to be using for the month of June. And this is the June Summer Flowers kit, which I actually really adore this. I revamped it from last year and I love the yellow. So moving on to the sinking funds, let's just go ahead and talk about it. So basically what has happened in the sinking funds is I have been like paying for a lot of stuff this year, and I've been doing it in cash. So you guys know the last time I had to like empty out my sinking funds was back in September, when I was, you know, just splurging for my birthday month, and I had like a spending spirit on that has attacked me. So I spent a lot of money out of my sinking funds back then, had to start over from scratch. So that was September of 2023. The last time before that I had to empty out my sinking funds was December of 2022, when I moved out of my family's house into my own place. So here we are again, April 2024, emptying out my sinking funds. So basically what has happened, guys, is apparently this is the year of investments for my business, right? Didn't know that was going to be happening this year, but here we are. So you guys know I made an investment back in like January of this year for the business. And then I had like a car maintenance a few weeks ago. We had most of that money saved. I paid like $400 or $500 for car maintenance a few weeks ago. I just paid a tax bill and paid that cash because I just can't do another year of being on tax payments. Is not for me. And I've just made another investment in the business, which is actually going to lead up to our launch in a few weeks of some new products. So with that being said, I have been funding these things out of my own pocket. I've been paying for these things out of my own pocket because I just don't want to go into debt if I have the money in the bank. I don't want to use a card. I don't want to use a business loan. I just don't want to do that stuff. I'm not in that season right now. I'm in the season of being debt-free, consumer debt-free, staying consumer debt-free. The only debt I have is my student loans, and y'all know I'm not even paying on that right now. So my payments are actually like zero right now. So technically I'm still paying, but I'm paying zero. So I'm not like delinquent or anything with my student loans. So made an investment in the business, not going into details or prices or anything like that, but I did make an investment in the business. I did pay for it out of pocket, but you guys know, like, I hate to see my bank account go down, even though I know like it's for the good. It's for, like I always say, like, you gotta spend money to make money, right? So it's totally worth it. Have full peace about it, prayed about it the whole night, but I just hate to see my number in my bank account decrease. When that happens, I will grab for the sinking funds to like add a little bit more cushion in my bank account. So that is what happened. With that being said, I am putting in, like I said, I usually do like $72 a week. I'm doing like pretty much $200 this week in the sinking funds to help, I don't want to start just from zero. Because I feel like I've just come too far for that, So I think I had like $24 or something in birthday before I emptied out the fund. So I'm putting 20 back in birthday. So that's typically what happened. Y'all know whenever we start over, I have to let y'all know why and what happened. Like I said, if you are having a red month like me, honey, go ahead and drop it in the comments, like what's going on, what happened. And yeah, we're all in this together. High School Musical. So wardrobe, I don't remember. I think I had like $40 in wardrobe, but we are going to add a 10 today. and make that 10. I looked through my videos to see like what questions I got over the past month, because you guys know like the last Friday of every month I'm trying to do like a Q&A, so that you guys have any questions for me, I can answer them. Most of the questions were kind of like where'd I get the planner, or like where I get the wallets, the binders, and all that good stuff. So you guys know anything that you see in the video, there's a link to it down below in the description box. Everything has either came from my shop, Amazon, Etsy, I think Etsy, or Erin Condren, the Erin Condren website. April and May is going to get 20. You guys know I used this envelope not too long ago for my dad and my goddaughter, and I had 25 in this one before I emptied it, so we're gonna put back 20. What else? I think somebody asked me like, do you just leave the money in the bank until you're ready to stuff? The answer is yes. So I get paid like, you know, online, direct deposit, and I just leave that money in the bank until Friday morning, and then I take it out and then do my cash stuffing. So if you guys have any other questions about my systems, go ahead and drop it down below as well, and I will answer to the best of my abilities. Hello to my new subbies. Welcome to the channel. I hope you guys enjoy what you're seeing. One thing I'm gonna tell y'all, I keep it real over here. I don't really do secrets and all that stuff. Like, I know I don't always show like dollar amounts of different things, but I will let you guys know, like, it's been a whole red month. Had to empty my sinking funds for the business or personal, you know, or like I told y'all back in August and September, I just couldn't stop spending money. I was like, I saw money and I just had to spend it. So I definitely keep it real over here, because the stuff y'all be going through, I be going through it too. So yeah, the questions this month were kind of like easy to answer, and I feel like most of my reoccurring viewers kind of like know where to find something. But if you are newer, or if you are confused about where to find something, please let me know so I can help. Car maintenance, I'm gonna put 40. So I think I had 45. We're gonna put 40. And you know, every week I may not be able to put this much. We'll see, because y'all know my money goes to so many different places. So some weeks I may have just the regular $72 to put in, and then some weeks I may be able to put in some more, but we'll see. One question I did get that I did want to answer, I think it came from, I think her name is Budget Boo. I'm so sorry if I didn't fully say, because I feel like there was another word in front of budget, but I can't recall in this moment. But she asked me in my last video, how do I stay motivated? And I just love questions like this. Like, y'all could just keep them coming, because y'all know I could just talk all day about this type of stuff. So I guess, how do I stay motivated, like, to budget? So I stay motivated. Well, here's the thing. Over the last couple of years, I've come to this realization that it's not really motivation. It's more so discipline. And so motivation will pretty much be centered around your feelings, you know, like I feel motivated. I feel, you know, like I'm ready to do something, or I'm ready to do this. But in order to stay consistent with something, you need discipline. And discipline is different from motivation, because discipline has you doing things that you need to do despite how you feel. Whereas motivation has you doing things out of your feelings. So like, I feel like doing it, so I'm gonna do it. I don't feel like doing it, so I'm not gonna do it. So I would honestly, you do need motivation, don't get me wrong, you need it, but I wouldn't rely on it. I would rely on discipline. And I was actually watching a reel from Michael Todd not too long ago. Oh, I can keep this one, guys, because whenever I empty out my sinking funds, I don't touch my goddaughter's fund. So hers is actually staying the same. So I did, okay, let's see something here. So, well, she's gonna need a new one. I only have one column left, but I didn't add the amount from last week. So we have 100, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So let's just say 4 to even it out to, no. I cannot do that. No, yes I can. Yes I can. 116. Oh crap. So that basically means like when I do my reconciliation in my budget at the end of the month, it's going to be all over the place because I threw my trackers away, forgetting that I needed to reconcile at the end. Even though I took all the money out, I still needed to see how much money I put in. It's going to be a hot mess. So, oh, that sucks. Okay, back to the question. So, what keeps me disciplined? I'll say that over motivated. What keeps me motivated is that I actually do enjoy what I do, but what keeps me disciplined is where I came from. And so I know it sounds so cliche, like when people be like, "Oh, find your why." You know, it just sounds like a cliche at this point. I don't even say find your why. I just say like, where did you come from that you don't want to go back to? Okay, so for instance, there were 2 times in my life that I was broke, right? That was when I was a college student and I was living in an apartment with my best friend. We were both like broke as a y'all, we were broke as a joke. What? Like, my best friend was on food stamps. I didn't qualify for food stamps at that time. So I didn't get on food stamps. Maybe because I had a job. I don't know. I don't remember if she had a job. But I had a job, a part-time job. And, I was broke as a joke. So that was a very stressful time in my life. Like, I was eating like turkey sandwiches, bologna sandwiches, eating a pot of spaghetti for a week and a half. It was very depressing. It was very depressing to constantly be worried about money, constantly be like, just worried about if I was gonna survive, like I was able to pay my rent because of refund checks. So my rent was like $600 and something a month at the time. So I was able to pay my rent, but then beyond rent, everything else was a struggle. Like, I remember driving in my car on E, turning the air off, rolling the windows down. Cause that whole, I don't know if it's true or not, but like, if you don't run your air, you save gas. So I was trying to save gas. I was like, okay, I just need, I just gotta go to work one more day and then I get paid. And so I was like, riding on E or like a little bit above E. My job was not too far from where we lived. And I was like, cut the air off, turn the roll the windows down. Like, just praying we make it to the next day when the direct deposit hits and I could go get some gas. That's how broke I was. I was 20 or 21, something like that. And then on top of that, you add in like the emotional stress of being in trash relationships. Like, it was nobody but the grace of God that I survived that time in my life. So the next time I was broke was in 2017 when I was trying out a business venture. I was a full-time teacher. I was trying out a business venture, and I went into a lot of debt behind that, trying to make that work. And then that didn't work. And when it didn't work, and God was like, you need to put that down and stop, this is not it. Then I was left in a lot of debt. And some of the debt I paid off in full. Some of the debt got settled, and then I paid the settlement amount off. And then some of the debt just got forgiven, thank God. But at that point, I was living by myself, working full time as a teacher. But because I had what's in electronics? I'm in the wrong, hold up, y'all. What did I do? I'm in emergency. Emergency is getting 5, because that's what I had before I emptied out the binders. Getting sidetracked over here. 5. Okay, so we're now at 12:05. I made a deposit into my emergency fund, I think last week or something like that, or week before last. So, okay, we're at giveaways. So that was the second time in my life that I was broke. And it was not necessarily because I wasn't making enough money to survive, but it was because I had these huge debt payments to pay. And I didn't have enough money to pay all of my bills and living expenses, and also pay these large debt payment amounts. 5. That's what eventually led me to like starting a YouTube channel, trying to pick up some side hustle money, and then eventually moving out of my apartment to move in with my family, my siblings, my brother and my sister-in-law. And once I moved in with them, I was able to, not have like super high rent and all these other bills. And then I was able to pay off, like I said, the debt, some in full, some settled and all that. And also paid off my car. And yeah, so saying all that to say, those are the reasons that I could say I stay disciplined, is because I have experienced what it's like to have to consider, I never did it, but I was at a place where I had to consider, going to donate blood or plasma for money, car tank, gas tank being on E, rolling down windows, cutting off the air, hoping to make it to the next day, being in debt that I'm in over my head, that I'm living off my savings. I eventually have to move in with my family to, get my head above water. And so I continue to do this because I never want to go back there. So you have to, like, where did you come from that you never want to go back to? So that's just one reason. But my next reason is, now that a community has been built here, on the channel, on social media, I do feel a sense of responsibility to show up for you guys every week. You guys help me stay disciplined, and I know you guys have let me know, some of you, that I help you stay disciplined. And so having this community where, I know that there's viewers and followers of mine that you guys get your budgets together when you see me post a video. That's your cue to, okay, let me sit down, let me grab my planner, let me grab my wallet, and let me get this together. And I take that type of responsibility very seriously, and I want to continue to show up for you guys and continue to grow. Okay, functions. Y'all, I feel like we are missing something. Okay, functions is getting 10. I don't remember what I had in here, but we're going to add 10. And so the final thing that keeps me motivated, and I actually just realized that I didn't do my cash stuffing wallet, so that's why we have extra money here. But by the time you guys see this video, I'm going to just go ahead and put that clip up before this one. So if it's not making sense, that's why. And then the last reason I have that keeps me motivated and keeps me disciplined is the fact that this is a new career for me. So I am full-time with social media, YouTube, and my shops. So car tires, and this goal is 120. I think I'm gonna have to go through these trackers again just to see if there's some I missed that I want to put goals for. Okay, y'all, so the rest of this money, like I said, you guys will have already seen the clip by now, but this is because I haven't done my wallet yet, so we'll just keep it there. But my last reason is, like I said, this is now my new career or my new job. And before this job, I was a teacher, and I loved it because I love children. I have a soft heart for the beings on this earth that depend on other people. So children, elderly, animals, I just have a soft heart. So I love children, but that profession in and of itself got to a very abusive, mentally exhausting place for me. And so once this became a new career for me, I enjoy this much more than what I was doing prior to this. And so I don't want to go back to that profession or that career. So that's what I say. You have to, what's going to help you stay disciplined and help you stay motivated is, where did you come from that you don't want to go back to? So I know one fellow community member, you know, her and her family were homeless for years. And that's like her motivation and her discipline. And they're on their way to financial freedom and financial wealth. I'm not going back to being homeless. You know, another community sister talked about her journey 3 years ago, only has $600 to her name, and she's financially wealthy. I'm not going back to that. So you have to discover, where did you come from that you haven't, or that you don't want to come back or don't want to go back to. And it doesn't have to be as deep as being homeless or only having $100 to your name, because everybody's struggle is relative to them. So whatever your struggle is not going to be mine. But whatever your struggle is, wherever you have progressed from in life that you don't want to go back to financially, let that be your discipline. If you have to write it down and put it on your wall, like, let that be your discipline or your motivating factor. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Again, just pretend this isn't here. If you have any other questions for me, please leave them down below. I will see you guys back next Wednesday to set up my May budget. Very much looking forward to it. I'm over April. Again, let me know how the month went for you, and I hope that you guys enjoy your weekend. Bye.